Rice, a dietary cornerstone for billions worldwide, is facing a disconcerting challenge: heavy metal contamination. A recent report has unveiled an unsettling truth. A significant portion of store-bought rice in the United States contains alarming levels of arsenic and cadmium. This revelation has sent shockwaves through the food industry and raised concerns among consumers who regard rice as a pantry staple. The report, obtained by CNN, highlights a pressing issue that demands our attention. Our understanding of food safety must evolve to address this invisible threat lurking within a seemingly innocuous grain. The discovery of arsenic and cadmium in rice is not merely a statistical anomaly, but a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities in our food system. These heavy metals, notorious for their adverse health effects, have infiltrated a staple food, underscoring the need for increased scrutiny and proactive measures. This revelation serves as a wake-up call, prompting us to reevaluate our food choices and demand greater transparency within the industry. As we delve deeper into this issue, it becomes clear that understanding the sources of contamination, potential health risks, and practical solutions is paramount. Arsenic and cadmium, the culprits in this unfolding food safety concern, are not unfamiliar names in the realm of toxins. These heavy metals, often byproducts of industrial processes and environmental pollution, have a knack for infiltrating our food supply chains. Their presence in rice, a staple consumed by a vast global population, is particularly alarming. These metals, tasteless and odorless, often escape detection through sensory perception alone, making their presence even more insidious. The recent report, a culmination of extensive testing, revealed that over 100 brands of store-bought rice in the United States contained levels of arsenic and cadmium exceeding recommended safety limits. This widespread contamination is not confined to a particular variety or brand, underscoring the systemic nature of the problem. From the common white rice to the supposedly healthier brown rice and even organic variants, none were spared from the taint of these heavy metals. This revelation throws light on the urgent need for comprehensive testing and regulatory measures to safeguard public health. The insidious nature of heavy metals like arsenic and cadmium lies in their persistence and ability to accumulate in biological systems. This process, known as bioaccumulation, means that even low-level exposure over time can lead to a buildup of these toxins in our bodies, potentially reaching harmful levels. This is particularly concerning for vulnerable populations such as children, whose developing bodies are more susceptible to the adverse effects of heavy metal exposure. The health risks associated with arsenic and cadmium exposure are well documented. Arsenic is a known carcinogen, linked to various cancers, while cadmium can damage the kidneys, weaken bones, and increase cancer risks. Furthermore, these heavy metals can disrupt hormone function, impair cognitive development, and contribute to a range of chronic health problems. The long-term consequences of even low-level exposure, especially during critical developmental stages, underscore the severity of this issue. Section 4. Tracing the toxic trail sources of contamination in rice. Understanding the pathways through which arsenic and cadmium infiltrate our rice supply is crucial for addressing this contamination crisis. Industrial pollution, a major contributor to heavy metal contamination, releases these toxins into the environment, where they can persist for years. Runoff from industrial sites, mining operations, and even past pesticide use can introduce arsenic and cadmium into water sources used for irrigation, ultimately contaminating rice paddies. Adding to the complexity, rice plants have a natural tendency to absorb arsenic from the soil and water more readily than many other crops. This innate characteristic, while not problematic in pristine environments, becomes a concern when rice is cultivated in areas with existing heavy metal contamination. Furthermore, certain rice varieties, particularly brown rice, tend to accumulate higher levels of heavy metals in their outer layers, making them more susceptible to contamination despite their nutritional benefits. Section 5. Navigating the minefield, practical tips for safer rice consumption. While the presence of heavy metals in rice is undoubtedly concerning, it is not a cause for complete panic. There are practical steps consumers can take to minimize their exposure and make safer choices. Thoroughly rinsing rice before cooking is an essential first step, as it can help remove some surface-level contaminants. Cooking rice in a larger volume of water, a ratio of 6:1 or higher, and draining the excess water after cooking can further reduce arsenic levels. Diversifying our diets by incorporating other grains like quinoa, barley, and couscous can provide a break from rice and reduce our overall heavy metal exposure. Choosing white rice over brown rice, while seemingly counterintuitive, can be a safer option, as white rice contains lower levels of arsenic due to the removal of its outer layers during processing. Staying informed about recalls, safety reports, and recommendations from reputable sources like the FDA is crucial for making informed decisions about rice consumption. Section 6. Staying ahead of the curve, awareness, advocacy, and food safety. The discovery of widespread heavy metal contamination in rice serves as a stark reminder of the constant need for vigilance in our food system. Consumer awareness is paramount. Understanding the risks associated with heavy metal exposure and being informed about the latest findings and recommendations empowers individuals to make safer choices for themselves and their families. Advocacy for stricter regulations, transparent labeling, and comprehensive testing is crucial for driving change within the food industry. The responsibility for ensuring food safety does not solely lie with consumers. Government agencies, food manufacturers, and industry stakeholders must collaborate to address this challenge head-on. Implementing stricter standards for heavy metal levels in food products, investing in research to develop rice varieties with lower arsenic accumulation, and promoting sustainable farming practices are essential steps in the right direction. Ultimately, safeguarding public health requires a multi-pronged approach that prioritizes transparency, accountability, and a commitment to providing safe and nutritious food for all.